Hello, welcome to Woodline Tracking. Today we're going to go over body armor and most importantly the body armor that we use and have here at Woodline. We'll give you the good, the bad, and some things that you should think about when you're buying body armor. There's basically two different types of body armor out there. You have soft armor that's like Kevlar, and you have hard armor that is like plates. I would recommend that you have a set of each for the different types of tasks that you are doing. In this video, we will not talk about ceramic or level 4 plates. We do not have that, so I have very little, if any, experience in them two types of armor. So I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about what I've experienced in and what we have and used here. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about plate armor or hard armor for a start. We got three different types here that we use and have at Woodline. But let's first talk about when you should consider wearing this and putting this stuff in your vest. I would recommend, and I would put it in my vest if I was doing some type of security that's close to a base or the place we're operating now out of, and I'm like doing security for a couple hours, or doing a checkpoint on a road, or doing a raid. Something along them lines is when I would put this armor in. Now, I would not wear any of this armor, even the light stuff, if I was doing when I'm doing reconnaissance work, or on a long patrol, or anything that takes a long period of time, because you can only carry so much gear with you. And on most of the time in them patrols, you're not looking to get into contact, or missions, not looking to get in contact. So that's what I would recommend wearing the plates for. Let's get started. First of all, we have AR 500 here. We have two different types of plate, front and back plate and side plates. The front and back is 10 inches by 12 inches, and the side plate is 6 by 8 inches. Let's see what they weigh. The side weight weighs 3 pounds 10 ounces. The front and back plate weighs 9.2 ounces. So, in this armor is the cheapest, but it is also the heaviest. You can see if you was wearing this armor, just the front and back plate, you'd be over 18 pounds. If you are wearing all 4 plates, you would be at 24, almost 25 pounds of weight on your shoulders. That's a lot of weight. Now, I'll tell you guys a story about this. One time, I was going to a shoot training with another ODF recon guy, and this guy, being in recon, he was physically fit, because you have to qualify every year with physical fitness. He could run 1.5 miles in under 13 minutes, well under 13 minutes. He could bench press 50 pounds over his body weight. So he was a physically fit guy, as every guy is in recon. But he decided on this to wear his steel plates to this training. So I went over to his house, we jumped in his truck, went to the training. He put steel plates on. We went all day training, shooting, running, gunning, doing stuff. Then the training gets over, he takes his plates off, he throws in the back of his truck. He asked me to drive home. I drove us home back to his house. He complained a little bit about his shoulders. We talked about the training. We get back to his house. He asked me to carry his plates and all his gear, his rifle, everything in his house, because his shoulders were killing him. He could hardly move his shoulders. He cramped up so bad. Then this was a physically fit guy, but he wasn't used to wearing the plates all the time. So the moral of this story is, and this is a true story, the moral of this story is if you buy this stuff, you need to get yourself physically fit, and you need to make sure you get used to wearing it. Because if you aren't used to wearing it and zombie apocalypse comes and you put this stuff on, you can't afford to be out a day or two because you're cramped up because you're not used to carrying all the weight. So if you don't buy it, train with it and get into shape to do it. Now that guy kept on wearing it, and he eventually got, in a matter of reasonable time, got used to wearing it and could wear it all day without any problems. So there you go. But then he eventually bought another set of plates that was lighter and moved on. So there you go. This stuff works good. It's level 3 rated, so that means it will stop up to a 308 board. And but it's heavy, but it's the cheapest out of all of them. Next we have is these American ballistic plates. These are level 3 plates. They'll stop up to a 308. They're good plates, but you have to buy this plate. As you can see, it's basically a 10 by 12, but it has a very good shooter's cut here on it. And you also have to buy a soft armor plate. This is level 3A Kevlar. Combine these two, you will get the class 3 rating to stop 308. Let's weigh them. 3.1, 3 pounds, 1 ounce. So that means front and back, you'll roughly be a little over 6 pounds. Next, we have DKX. This is level 3 rated. You can see it's pretty thick, but the cool thing, this thing is also will float in water. So if you fall into a lake or a stream or something, this will give you some buoyancy. It's level 3 rated, so it'll stop at 308. Let's see what it weighs. 2.14. So 2 of these plates will be under 5 pounds. So these are the lightest. This is medium. This is by far the heaviest. And they also go that way in price. This is the cheapest. This is medium. This is the most expensive. Again, these are also 10 by 12 plates here, this DKX. So that's basically the plate armor or hard armor that we use here and experienced in. Like I said, they all stop 308s, bullet rounds. Now there is times when people do shoot through on video, and I have shot through AR-500 plate before. Just wanted to go over that a little bit on that I have seen and have shot through them with full metal jacket 308s like Silver Barrel and with some green tip 5.56 before. Okay, now let's talk about soft armor, Kevlar. First of all, we'll start off the typical military helmet. It's level 3A, so it means it'll stop shrapnel and up to a 44 Magnum round. These are great. As you see, we get this one set up for night vision. Again, I would only wear this as security, checkpoint, doing a raid. I would not wear it on any type of reconnaissance mission. So you need it. It doesn't break your head up enough. It gets hot, it's too heavy. So that's what I will wear it for, but a good helmet. Next, I'm going to go to is bulletproof underwear. I'm sure you guys have seen it. This is actual bulletproof underwear. It's level 3A rated, so that means it'll stop up to a 44. It takes a little while to get used to it, but it does do a good job, you know, because you got a lot of arteries and stuff. If you're a prepared citizen, this could save your life if you get shot down there, especially if the guys are trained, because I know I was trained to basically zipper the guy, and because there's a lot of biters down here. So it's very good. Like I said, it's something you might consider to wear if you're walking around town in a bad neighborhood or something. So this is bulletproof underwear. Next we have is the old military flak jackets here. These are Kevlar. They're big, they're heavy, they're level 3A rated, so stop up to a 44 Magnum and shrapnel. It's not bad. I mean, if you're at a base walking, doing something, or at a compound you order being fragged, or just need some metal protection for somebody, but these things are heavy, I wouldn't rail around in public. It'd just be at a base or something is what I recommend this stuff for. Next is the typical vest, that police vest you wear. This is a style here. We dyed it so it wasn't white so it wouldn't stick out as bad, but we put a medical kit on it. This is great for like home protection or other things you want to wear. Wearing around in public, you know, like if the cops do, you all know they have a vest on. It does give you protection all the way around. It does do a pretty good. This one here is level 2. So basically, that means it'll stop up to a 357, not a 44. So the reason why a lot of cops and people pick these is because it gets hot and heavy, and a level 2 is a little thinner than the level 3A. Plus, most of the time, people are carrying 9s and 380s, 40s, not 44 revolvers anymore. So this is usually a pretty good choice. Okay, next we're going to 2 types of body armor here that we have at Woodline that we wear. You can wear every day out in public and nobody has it. No, I mean nobody knows you have it on. Basically, you have 2 different setups here. This is one we made. This is one that you can buy from AR 500. As you can see, the plates. This is basically a t-shirt you put on, and you can put these front plates in it and these side plates in it, and it is level 3A, so it'll stop up to a 44. And you can walk around in public with this underneath your undershirt with another t-shirt or a jacket or something over it, and you're protected. So it's good if you just go into a bad neighborhood, or if you need a little protection, or if you're doing some security work. This is pretty good stuff. You can move in light, and it gives you pretty good protection. And you can buy it from AR 500. Here's another contraption that we came up with here at Woodline, is because sometimes these plates seem like it was a little big, so we wanted to cut it down a little to make it fit, a little more custom fit. And we modified this vest to put it, plus we added stab protection to this. This doesn't have no stab protection, but we added stab protection to these little metal disc plates in here. So if you got stabbed, it would act as protection. Now again, we actually have a video up of us shooting this, and this is level 3A rated. We just took Kevlar, cut it ourselves, put the stab protection, and then put a Ziploc bag around it and duct taped it up, and then custom made this vest. It's very light. It's probably the lightest and easiest to hide or conceal, for nobody knows you have it on. Again, it's not against the law to wear, in Ohio to wear body armor. It's not against the law, but you know, just for ease of movement and every day, this is a good option to wear. I would recommend you, as a paired citizen, prepper, patriot, get some form of these soft body armors to have around, so you have a form of that. And remember, these will not stop rifle. They'll only stop pistol rounds. Rifle will go right through it. So I hope you find this video is a little long, helpful. And remember, pray for our country, pray for our president. We need all the help we can get. Pray for the people in Virginia, because prayer do work if you do it and you believe in it. Now remember, time may go on, but your life may not. Enjoy.